Good evening and welcome to the Financial Week. I'm Anthony Lugg. Jamaica is set to get $253 million from the International Monetary Fund, IMF. This comes after the third review under the country's Precautionary and Liquidity Line, PLL, and the Resilience and Sustainability Facility, RSF. Javon Keys reports.
The IMF says the completion of the third reviews makes available the remaining $253 million for immediate disbursement to Jamaica under the Resilience and Sustainability Facility RSF. The fund released a statement looking at the third review of the RSF and the Precautionary Liquidity Line PLL. The IMF says the RSF has supported Jamaica's ambitious agenda to make the economy more resilient to climate change, including reforms to accelerate the transition to renewables, increase resilience to climate change, and enhance the climate focus in policy frameworks. It says the RSF reform measures were met, comprising the analysis of climate-related fiscal risks, initiatives for renewable energy, reporting requirements for climate risks for financial institutions, and a framework for green bond issuance. The IMF also says $964 million under the PLL is still available, and the authorities continue to treat it as precautionary. It says the PLL has supported Jamaica's efforts to enhance financial supervision, crisis resolution, and AML CFT frameworks, and the program performance has remained strong. The IMF says Jamaica continues to meet the PLL qualification criteria. In the review of both facilities, the IMF says Jamaica's response to recent shocks has strengthened the credibility of the country's fiscal and monetary policy framework. It also credits Jamaica for its sustained economic growth in the last financial year, which ended March, and lower unemployment. The fund notes that inflation has returned to the Bank of Jamaica's target range of 4 to 6%. It says going forward, gross domestic product GDP growth is expected to continue and inflation should return to the middle of the target range. It notes, however, Hurricane Beryl's threat to medium-term price stability. But there are risks to the outlook arising from potential global economic and financial shocks along with natural disasters. The IMF says some of these risks may be tempered by Jamaica's strong policy frameworks, along with the authorities' track record for managing shocks. Guided by the government's medium-term fiscal framework, the IMF says public debt is expected to fall below 60% of GDP by financial year 2027-2028. The PLL and the RSF were approved in March 2023 and provide a combined $1.73 billion in support. For the Financial Week, I'm Javon Keys.
Foreign exchange trading ended today with banks and cambios selling the American dollar for an average $158.03. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $115.84. $205.26 is the average value of the pound, while the euro is going for $177.10. The JSE index advanced by 2,988 points, while the junior market rose by 33 points. Among the 59 winners were Margaritaville Turks US dollar shares, Margaritaville Turks, Regency Petroleum Company, Mayberry, Jamaican Equities, and I Create Ordinary shares. The 30 losers included The Lab, Knutsford Express Services, Epley, 138 Student Living, Jamaica, and Jamaica Stock Exchange. 17 stocks traded firm. And that's the Financial Week. I'm Anthony Lugg. Good evening.